If at night you find your brain is filled with all the worries of the day, you can sleep easier now, knowing that new research suggests by morning you'll probably feel a whole lot better, because in the most comprehensive study of its kind to date, scientists at a London university have found that generally the world does feel brighter when you wake up. I'm joined now by Padraig Walsh, who's a chartered behavioural psychologist with changeable.ie. Padraig, you're very welcome.
Thanks very much, Cormac.
Now, it's always been the advice, kind of sleep on it and it'll be better in the morning, but this science now backs it up.
It does. Now, there's a few caveats that the authors have put in with this. So it was carried out by researchers at University College London, and it was published in the BMJ Mental Health. What they did was, during COVID 2020 and 2021, they were able to get data, mood data from 49,000 adults in the UK. And what they did was they inputted how they felt on an app on their mobile phone. So they were generally giving how they felt at different points in the daytime. So they did this over 2 years, and they had almost 1 million points of data. And at the end of it, the researchers sat down and said, well, let's have a look and see, are there any patterns in how people are responding? And what they found was that in the morning time, there was a little bit of a higher score that people had than they had at nighttime. Now, the thing about it is that this isn't necessarily an experiment, so we don't know why that is. They just know that that is what they got back.
Well, I have a suggestion here. I think it's because nighttime thinking is awful. You
Oh,
you catastrophize and you ruminate. And I just wonder, from a psychologist's point of view, why is nighttime thinking that bad?
I could give you the psychological point of view, Cormac, but
Yeah.
do you remember the Saw Doctors had a song called Share the Darkness? And
Yeah.
they have a line in that song, Share the Darkness, and it says, all your fears and worries attack when you're alone. And sometimes a poignant line and an artistic note, it
Says it all.
sums up so much
Yeah.
more than anything that I can say. And often that's a shared experience that many people can have. And particularly, I suppose, during 2020 and 2021, what we had were those fears and worries that would definitely crop up at times where we were by ourselves alone in the darkness.
That's really fascinating. Isn't there some sort of research that says there's an internal narrative that has a negative bias? I wonder, is that it?
Yeah, we would. There's a great application done by researchers in UCD, and they call it pesky gnats, GNATS. Gnats being negative automatic thoughts, and it's a computer game designed for children to help them to navigate the world while also navigating those negative automatic thoughts. But sometimes what we can find is those periods where we're by ourselves, those not negative automatic thoughts, that internal voice that we have can just be, the volume can be turned up that little bit louder. And I suppose one of the things is, first thing in the morning, whether you're a morning person or not, and I won't say that I am here, Cormac, but what we do have is a renewed sense of hope. So the behavioral scientist Katie Milkman would talk about the fresh start effect, that we wake up, we have, periods in our year, in our day, in our life, where we turn the page, where something new happens. Ironically enough, lots of us give out about January being a really long month where it's dark, where it's cold, where we're broke. Yet at the same time, there are lots of people who see January as this moment of renewal and new year, new me. And you kind of go, whoa, where is this coming from? And you're seeing that fresh start effect. So potentially what you were seeing are people waking up in the morning, hope springs eternal.
Wow.
And that every morning we wake up and we think, well, you know what? Maybe today is my
Maybe
day.
I have 30 seconds left, but with all that knowledge, your morning routine must be sensational.
I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, Cormac. I have no autonomy. One of the crucial things that humans need is autonomy. And I have just vested that over to my two children. So they decide what my morning routine
That's
is.
why you're happy. That's why you're
You will
happy.
never see me on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok putting up my crucial morning time routines
Yeah.
because it is not on my terms.
Well, look, at Padraig Walsh, at least you have the knowledge, I suppose, to let us know why nighttime thinking is so bad and we turn a new leaf every morning. Padraig Walsh, chartered behavioural psychologist with changeable.ie. Thank you very much